Okay, so what I've done is I've tried to keep this within, there's the markers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those are 8 meters by 8 meters. So I'm trying to keep that within, which will give me 64. The other important thing is to be able to bring the patio through these trees where the majority of the patio would be out here. So coming inside, this is now a sliding door. I'll leave it up to you to optimize the size as big as possible, taking into consideration the support walls and the standard sizes of aluminium sliding doors. But what I want is opens from the center, because that was one of the problems with the concertina doors, is that they might stack outwards, but the fly screens would either there might be also concertina doors, but they would stack inwards, and then there's conflict with the curtains. So anyway, so I'd like a sliding door opening from the center, which means these two here would open up, and the fly screens could be stacked in this area, and then they just move closed here to close it off. So this pane and this pane obviously don't open. And then the same concept applies, trying to get all these items into this recessed area. So coming in, it's centered around the couch. It's a 2-seater couch because that's all that's required. And this is 3 meters wide, or 3.2 meters wide, which leaves ample space, for 2 side tables, coffee table, a nice little space there. One of the biggest concerns still is this elevation. So the way I see it, you'd have to go up a little bit to the bedroom. These stairs don't conflict with anything at all. And instead of excavating it, I would rather just build it up. So if the front here was 3.5 meters high from floor to ceiling, this is probably 500. So this is about 3. And it will step even further up, I think, to the bathroom. So we come up here. This is all open planned. You would step up and there would be a freestanding bath, now no longer built in. And the freestanding bath should be on another 500 up, which means this level here will be 2.4 and that was 3.5. So if you come up a little bit from the freestanding bath, you should be able to sit in the bath, look over the bed and out and enjoy the view. That's just some shelving space to correct this error with the angles. And basin, a shower, wet shower. It's slightly recessed in the floor for spillage. And the WC here, which opens, the door opens that way. Well, that's not important. This cupboard is quite wide. It's supposed to be about 1 meter deep. And it goes floor to ceiling. Another thing that I forgot is the bed will have a brick section here so that you can put a plank on top as the bedboard, so that you can put your suitcase underneath the bed on arrival. Moving out of the bedroom, this is a planned fireplace depending on the budget. This is just some shelving. It doesn't have to be included in the budget. A little dining nook, fridge, counter space, and oven or hot plate, but I'm sure we can afford an oven with this new design. Also, now that it's straight up, the windows can be much, much bigger, and I want to optimize, I didn't put it in here, but optimize windows as big as they can be wherever there's space available. That should be a major focus. These sides here will need quite a little overhang of the box because of the sun. And then there's no entrance door. You would just walk down here from the carport into the entrance door. Sorry, into the major sliding door. That's fine. Outside here is sort of a doghouse. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top. I'm sure 2.1, whatever legally is the lowest we can go. And in there, I'm thinking of gas and gas geyser. I don't know how you feel about that and if this is vented enough for that. and probably not have a generator. Again, if that could be separate in the quote, it's just less maintenance to look after, and I'll deal with load shedding should it happen. I can still get a quote for it, and you can see how it goes. And of course, the generator could just vent outside. So depending on the roof structure, this could either just have a flat roof and you could store firewood on top there. Yeah, that's probably the most sensible. There was something else. I'm trying to make this as quick as I can. So I was thinking if this is 3.5 meters and this is 2.4, then the roof slopes this way to the back, which means when you're standing out in the garden, you don't see the zinc or Harvey tile or anything else. I would still like these sort of bulkheads as we discussed before. What else? There's the access door. Oh yes, and for the carport, we can do that separately, but I don't think it's required anymore to have a built-in utility room. I'm thinking of just adjoining the carport, and I've got a new design for it when I was there recently. It's pretty similar, but it's just going to be built out of latte. And this will be the only storeroom that there is. I think that's almost enough for now.